Have you ever noticed something strange? People say they want honesty. They say they admire kindness. They say they respect people who never pretend to be someone they're not. But when they finally meet a person like that, they become suspicious, not inspired. Think about the last time someone was genuinely kind to you. No hidden motive, no expectation, no manipulation, just, just kindness. How long did it take before a small voice inside your head whispered, "What do they really want?" It's almost automatic. We trust confidence more than sincerity. We trust charm more than quiet goodness. And somehow, we've become so accustomed to masks that a person without one feels unsettling. Why? Why does innocence make us uncomfortable? This question haunted one of the greatest novelists who ever lived. More than a century ago, Fyodor Dostoyevsky imagined a man unlike anyone around him, a man who was incapable of manipulation, who couldn't lie convincingly, who never played social games, who believed people even when they betrayed him, who forgave when others demanded revenge. His name was Prince Myshkin, and almost everyone around him called him an idiot. Not because he lacked intelligence, but because genuine goodness had become so rare that people could no longer recognize it. The tragedy of the idiot is not that Myshkin is naive. The tragedy is that everyone else believes kindness must be, and perhaps so do we. Because somewhere along the way, we learned a lesson, a dangerous one. We learned that survival belongs to the clever, that vulnerability is weakness, that trusting people is foolish, that compassion makes you easy to use. Maybe those lessons protected us once. Maybe they were necessary. Two, but every lesson has a cost. The cost of never trusting anyone is never truly knowing anyone. Psychologists often speak about something called projection. It's a simple idea. We don't always see people as they are. We see them through ourselves. A dishonest person assumes everyone has hidden motives. Someone who manipulates expects manipulation in return. Someone who lies becomes skilled at spotting lies, even where none exist. In other words, sometimes the reason we doubt goodness is because we've forgotten what it looks like. Prince Myshkin walks into rooms carrying no mask. Everyone else is wearing one. Imagine that for a moment. Imagine entering a masquerade where every face is carefully painted. Some people wear confidence to hide fear. Others wear arrogance to hide insecurity. Some wear indifference because caring hurts too much. And then someone arrives with no disguise at all. Would people admire that person? Or would they wonder what kind of trick they're playing? 3. Perhaps authenticity isn't frightening because it's weak. Perhaps it's frightening because it silently asks everyone else, "Why are you pretending?" This isn't just literature, it happens every day. Think about school. The quiet student who helps everyone is often overlooked. The loud, confident student is admired. At work, the person who refuses office politics is sometimes seen as naive. Online, outrage spreads faster than compassion. Sarcasm sounds intelligent. Gentleness sounds simple. Somehow we've confused cynicism with wisdom, as if expecting the worst from people makes us deeper. But does it? Or has disappointment simply become easier than hope? The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once compared human relationships to porcupines on a freezing winter night. They move closer because they need warmth. Then they hurt each other with their quills. So they move apart. Then the cold brings them together again. It is a beautiful image. 4. Because every human being longs for closeness. Yet every human being fears being hurt. And somewhere between those two desires, something changes. We begin protecting ourselves. At first, it's only a small wall, a little caution, a little distance. Then another disappointment arrives, another betrayal, another lie, another promise broken. Brick by brick, the wall grows taller, until one day, we've become experts at protecting ourselves and strangers to ourselves. Maybe that's why Prince Michigan feels almost unreal. Not because no one could ever be that kind, but because we've spent so long building walls that someone without them looks impossible. The question isn't whether Michigan was too innocent for the world. The more uncomfortable question is this: when did the world become too cynical to believe in innocence? 5. And perhaps an even harder question waits beneath it. If someone exactly like Prince Myshkin walked into your life tomorrow, would you recognize a truly good person? Or would you be the first to call them a fool?